It's something you don't plan for, but just because you're married, life has ended, it doesn't mean your love life has to end too.
That's right. Joining us this morning is relationship coach Sheryl Spangler with some advice for those of you starting to figure it all out. It can be a really difficult time in your life dating after divorce. You know all about this, Ramona, as do you, Sheryl.
Yes, I do.
You've got some tips for all of us. You say take time to allow wounds to heal.
Yes, I think that's really important, and I should say as well that I went through this, and so these were the tips that really worked well for me, and I noticed that they work very, very well for my clients. You have to take time to heal because divorce or death, if you're recovering from either of those, there is always going to be some fallout. And you need to take some time and really work on yourself and try to figure out what do you really want and need at this point in your life, because it's different than when you were in your 20s or your 30s.
And you say after you work on the inside, then you need to work on the outside, right?
That's one of my favorite things, Ramona, absolutely. One of the things that I decided to do was to work really hard on losing some weight, and I lost 25 pounds, and I've got to tell you, there is nothing that does more for your confidence than losing weight, being fit, and feeling really good. Go get a makeover. We could be like Madonna, and we can reinvent ourselves. It's wonderful.
It really does feel good. When you feel cute, you know, you just carry yourself a little bit differently, and you have that confidence. You also say, Sheryl, you need to go out and just meet some new people. You've got to expand your social circle.
Yes, you do.
Where? How? Let me get a pen so I can write this down.
It's easy, but you can't do it going about your normal life. You really actually have to get out of the house. And Colleen and I have talked about this in the past when I was on before. One of the organizations that I think is fantastic is Meetup.com, because it's an interest-based organization. People can reconnect with old friends and people that they knew through Facebook and some of the social networking. But I really would like to see them kind of get out of their comfort zone a little bit, meet some new people, and see what's possible for them.
Meetup.com, in case you didn't get it, meetup.com. You really have to be intentional about going out and meeting new people.
Oh, definitely, because I know that for me, 90% of the events I go to are 90% female, and the few guys who are there were dragged by their woman.
Oh my gosh.
But I know, I don't have children, but for single parents getting back on the dating scene, how do you advise them?
You know, it's interesting. I don't have children either, and I have friends who do. And what they're very clear about is think ahead about what you want to tell your children about this sudden change in your personal life. And I think along with that, you probably have to give some thought to at what point would you introduce somebody to your children? And, you know, we can talk a long time about that, and we won't, but that's something to really think about as well.
Those are hard questions to think about and to answer. You also say experiment with variety. What do you mean by that? Going out with different kinds of people?
Absolutely, Colleen. What typically happens is we do what we know. So we're kind of drawn back to the same kind of people that we've been in relationship with in the past because it's comfortable for us. And so I think you ought to think about going out with that person, that man or woman who typically you would not have thought about because they're so different, and find out what makes them tick and how you are together at this stage in our lives. We may prefer a different kind of personality, a different kind of person. So be
definitely
open,
something different than the ex.
Absolutely.
That didn't work out so well.
And we keep doing the same things expecting different results. It doesn't work out great that way. So be open-minded.
So I need to ask you a personal question.
Sure.
When you got out back out on the dating scene, did you do the variety thing?
I absolutely did. Oh my gosh. I thought, okay, this is my chance. I was married for 28 years to a wonderful man. Didn't suit me at this stage in my life, and so I wanted to find out what did suit me at this stage of my life. So I was brave. I ventured out there in online dating and all of that and met, you know, you have to kiss a lot of frogs before you find the prince.
Yes, you do.
I did some of that as well.
Yes, you do. And that is a brave thing. I totally applaud you. And I think that if you do try a variety of people on for size, so to speak, you might surprise yourself about who you like. You know what I mean? You might be surprised.
Oh, the jokes, Colleen.
Absolutely.
But I know, and I know, but I'm completely serious in that. You might be surprised if you go out with a different kind of guy. You think, turns out I kind of like this sort of a man. Another thing you say, and I think this is important in all aspects of your life, but be authentic. Be authentic. Don't lie about who you are, or all of a sudden you like motorcycles or you love NASCAR because the guy does. Be authentic.
Yes, and people are so afraid of this, and I can't understand why. Are they not going to find out who you really are ultimately if you're pretending to be someone you're not.
Yeah.
One of the things that I share with my clients are the 14 dating traps, and it's something that I can make available to the viewers if they'll just email me. But honestly, people try to do all these different things which just don't serve them. Because they're not being who they are. I decided, I didn't listen to friends, and I said, I'm going to be who I am. If they like me, great. If they don't like me, then I'm going to find someone who does.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. Well, I just want to let everyone know you can check out Sheryl's website for a relationship readiness assessment test. Sheryl will even give Charlotte Today viewers a 30-minute complimentary consultation to debrief that assessment. So go to her website. You'll take the relationship readiness assessment test. I think that's great.
Thank you so
much.
much.
And I will be cornering her in just a couple of minutes. As soon as we go to the commercial.
She's got all kinds of information. Go see her.
I'm excited. I can help you.